You see, the problem of children with come from broken homes or dysfunctional families or bad parents or parents who just had their own shit that they still hadn't worked out yet, and they didn't really get away from being instantaneous in their reactions and their decisions. You see, a planned parent is always better than an unplanned parent. How am I going to handle this when they're 2? What am I going to do when they're 3? How will I handle these typical behaviors of a child who's 4? That's a planned parent. But here's the deal. There are children that are still reared in America who inflict pain. They are that poorly reared. A parent who insists on pain is a bad parent. A parent that chooses pain as punishment can be sometimes, if it's unjustified, a bad parent. There is the concept of disciplining children, and disciplining children at the right age and stage with the right concepts that have been effective over and throughout the ages is something that a planned parent does. But an immoral man will try to go back and parent something that's not his to parent. You see, when I had a spouse who was a little different than me, she gave me permissions to parent, because as the mom, she has the right to decide who she wants in the life of her child to parent. If you've accidentally had an accident, as my father always quipped that the first 2 were planned and the rest of us were accidents, he still had the responsibility of parenting us, and he chose to be that man who stayed with us, played with us, and often snuggled with us and tucked us in bed or allowed us to run into his room when we were frightened by a bad dream. But he also learned to punish us in the way that was effective for us. That meant that we stayed out of pretty much most trouble when we were in our teen years and the typical years of college, where kids kind of go a little wayward and they really explore their life and their cycles of life. But kids that really go way off track from age 12, 13, and 14 have been poorly parented. But those kids are often the kids who want to cause pain with their mouth, pain with their hands, pain with their immoral behavior, and pain across the lands.